Now, Vladimir Putin started by addressing all the rumors and Western propaganda that we've been hearing for months, if not years, and that's regarding Russia's alleged plans to attack its neighbors, to attack Europe. And this is what he had to say about that.
Now the West claims, without any embarrassment, that Russia is supposedly going to attack Europe. At the same time, they are choosing targets for strikes on our territory, choosing effective means of defeat, as they themselves think. They talk about the possibility of sending a NATO contingent to Ukraine, but we remember the fate of those who once sent their troops to the territory of our country. But now the consequences for possible interventionists will be much more tragic. They must finally realize that we too have weapons that can hit targets on their territory, and everything that they are inventing now, what they are scaring the whole world with, all this really threatens a nuclear conflict, and thus the destruction of civilization. Don't they realize that? These are the people who have not gone through hard trials. They have forgotten what war is. To them, they think it's all some kind of cartoon.
Alright, giving all praises, honors and glories unto Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah Bashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that told me this truth, WWlll. Shalom to the elect scattered through the four corners of the earth. My name is Kodash Paya. As you can see, this was recently, right, with Putin was speaking up on Western actions, stating threatened nuclear conflict, or it's kind of a cartoon to them, talking about the West, Babylon the Great, which is America, because they trying to flex with their technology, their drone, whatever they have, you know. But he said what? They haven't really gone through any real conflict. They forgot about war. They forgot about how easily it is for these other superpower countries like China, Iran, Russia, right, to let off on them. You know, that pride is about to cease, and you hear it, you heard it, you know what I mean? Hold on, let me run this back a little bit, just a little bit.
Now the consequences for possible interventionists will be much more tragic. They must finally realize that we too have weapons that can hit targets on their territory, and everything that they are inventing now, what they are scaring the whole world with, all this really threatens a nuclear conflict, and thus the destruction of civilization. Don't they realize that? These are the people who have not gone through hard trials. They have forgotten what war is. To them, they think it's all some kind of cartoon.
They forgot what war is. They have not gone through real hard trials, right? That, actually, I want to get Isaiah chapter 47. Let's start at verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Right? Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. You know, people are waking up to the philosophies of this place, the corruption, the lies, you know. O virgin daughter of Babylon. So, referred to as, you know, the daughter, you know, of ancient Babylon, and even the way they were formed, right? You know, the British and all of them. You know, a virgin, and also this place has not gone through much tragedy as you know, countries out like in the Middle East. You know, they haven't been touched in a sense, ran through the same way they do to other nations. Sit on the ground, there was no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, right? Which was one of the smartest Edomite scientists or whatever, you know. And also on the left-hand side, it says, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. So, this place is not going to be no more called tender and delicate. You know, it's become a laughing stock to the world. You know, Putin is getting fed up, man, through the spirit, right? Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 7, be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So Russia's going to be a guard unto these other nations. You see the BRICS are getting bigger, you know, and they're allies with so many more countries now, right? Allies that left, you know, Babylon the Great, right? For resources, you know, and now Putin is you know, as far as what I heard, allegedly placing his troops on the borders of these Islamic countries, right? Which is gearing up together over the conflict with Israel. You see, as well as NATO sending troops now to Ukraine. So he's like, yo, you do that, now it's going to get even more critical. And we in that time, man. Matter of fact, let's get another precept. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Right? So the least of the flock, which is referring to as Israel, had drew a lot of this conflict out with these Islamic states, so to speak. You know, gathering more troops over there in the Middle East. You know? So it says, verse 46, at the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations. Right? Because this place is about to get ran through. You know, like a flood of troops. You know? And that flood is going to be through a way of the missiles as well. Right? Because Putin is now sending his intercontinental ballistic missiles on the borders. So, yeah, man.
Now, Vladimir Putin started by addressing all the...
Salakia. I want to go back to Isaiah 47 and verse 3. Verse 2. Take the millstone and grind meal, uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg, uncover the thigh. Pass over the river, right? America is referred to as the whore that sitteth on the beast, which is NATO. You know, these troops, right? Over there in Europe or whatnot. But just like a whore, you uncover the locks, you make bare her legs, uncover the thighs, you exposing her. This place has been exposed. These other Eastern media outlets or whatever, their news, they don't, you know, they actually making fun of the West, you know, showing like, yo, they're not these, yo, let the weak say I am strong, right? Like the scripture saying, Joel. So these other weaker nations are teaming up basically with the superpower nations, right? Gearing up. Scriptures say, wake up the mighty men, right? And they're not scared of Babylon the Great anymore. You know, she has been exposed. You know, they like Putin was saying, like we already know. Well, they already know their schemes, right? But it says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. All right, so the shame of this place is being seen, you know, and when the Lord come back, Yahushua, the Son of Man, he's not gonna meet this, he's not gonna come back as a man the first time around. He's coming back to redeem his people and to utterly destroy Babylon the Great and these Edomites. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts, meaning the Lord of armies, is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Right?
Rumors and
Talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which are the true biblical Israelites. Not those imposters that's in that land today. You see? That's why that land got to be destroyed as well, for it to be replenished. You know, the Lord's going to replenish parts of the earth through a way of fire. See, that's why this place is referred to as the lake of fire. That's what it's going to be like, a lake of fire. Going to turn into the biggest desert on the earth. And I want to play this video real quick.
Occupied Palestinian territories. Russian military leadership has announced plans to deploy troops near the border close to the occupied Palestinian territories as tensions rise with the impending Rafah invasion. This move has sparked discussions and concerns among military and government officials regarding the strategic implications of Russian troops allegedly patrolling a crucial border point with occupied Palestine. Reports indicate that the occupying forces have submitted a discreet formal inquiry to Russian authorities seeking clarification on the necessity of such a deployment at this juncture. If confirmed, this deployment would signify a notable shift in Russian strategic military policy towards Israel since the onset of the crisis. Based on available information, Russia has established a new observation point in southwest Syria near the occupied Golan Heights, as reported by a reputable war monitor. This development occurs amidst escalating tensions between resistance groups and occupying forces in Gaza and other areas. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, leveraging its extensive network of on-ground sources, has noted the placement of the Russian observation point in the western plains area of Bir al-Ajam, within the western countryside of Quneitra province, adjacent to the Golan Heights.
Alright, so with that, till next time, hope this was edifying and straight to the point. Shalom.